Hey there, folks. I am Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and tonight I am working on this diamond painting that I started just the other night on, I forget whose channel I was on. It might have been Mona's channel. Anyhow, I'm making this for my oldest daughter because she loves her some Halloween and she decorates her house in Halloween all year round. And I thought maybe this could be a nice little addition. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like less than $5. And I've been saving it to do during the month of October just because, well, I think it's appropriate. What do you think? Hey, Crafty Nana, how are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for popping in and visiting with me. Um, I am trying to get this done as quickly as I can so that I can move on to my granddaughter's one of my granddaughter's Christmas gifts, which is a diamond painting from what is it, Diamond Art Club. Um, but I have to get this one out of the way first. So there's that. Good to see you. My hands are hurting super bad. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Was it crocheting that caused it or something else? Or plain old arthritis? Because I'm tell you what, the older I get, the stiffer my hands are when I wake up in the mornings. Um, I get a good breakfast of Aleve and coffee every single morning. And within about 20, 30 minutes, my hands feel better. Okay. I'm really, really glad that I decided to pick up this diamond painting because I haven't diamond painted in a while. I'm gonna say real close to a month or 2, somewhere in between there. Let's just call it even 6 weeks. And I did not realize how much I missed it until I started doing this. And I thought, "Oh my goodness, what have I done to myself?" So today I did a live stream where I was learning to color with markers with my friend Jen, and her channel is Hanging Out with Jen, if you're interested. And she is very good at coloring and embellishing with like gel pens and things like that. And I asked her for a little bit of help. And sure enough, she came up on a live stream with me and we colored about half a page in one of our, who knew, the same the same coloring book. So we did the same page in the same coloring book, and it was just really a coincidence that we both had the same one, which I thought was kind of cool. And we actually, I think, have two of the same ones because I know I like cats, y'all. I love cats. And so I buy a lot of coloring books with cats. And I bought one that was, well, it's called Meowster Pieces. And I've got it over here. Let me show it to you real quick. Crafty Nana says, oh, you're crocheting for charity with no help. I've done 7 blankets, 8 scarves, 5 hats. Since the middle of August, the name of the group I started is Lovingly Looped. Hey, Jen, how are you? I was just telling Nana about this coloring book that we got and that we were coloring today on my live stream. And I love it because it takes paintings of classic paintings, um, and turns them into cats. That's Whistler's mother, but it's a cat. And then There's a Picasso, but it's cats instead of musicians. And then there's The Blue Boy by Thomas Gainsborough, and it's a cat. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Jen, um, what are you doing tonight? You're doing nothing but hanging out on YouTube. Crafty Nana's been crocheting a whole bunch, and her hands are hurting. So, Crafty Nana, tell us more about this crochet charity that you are crocheting for and the group that you started, please. Because I've got quite a few hats that I need to donate. It's probably close to somewhere between 15 and 20. You're finally getting something in your belly. Good. Um, but I would like to be able to send them somewhere because I don't have a charity to give them to right now. I mean, I could always take them down to the veterans, but the veterans here in my town get very well taken care of, and I'm sure there's tons of hats waiting on them for the wintertime. And I thought maybe I could send them somewhere else. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tracy. I like the coloring book too. Y'all, we did a thing. We got us another cat. That makes 7. But this one was a special cat. She had been given to an elderly couple, and the elderly couple really wanted a pet, but I guess it had been a long time since they had had one, and the gentleman was walking in a walker on a walker, excuse me, and every time the cat would, it well, the cat tripped him like 2 or 3 times, and he's a fall risk, and they decided that a young kitten was just not for them. So they were rehoming this kitten, and my husband and I and our son have been wanting a Maine Coon cat for a very long time, and this one happened to be half Maine Coon. So we decided that was the thing we needed to do. So we did it, and it's here now, and it's part of the family. Let's see. I'm going to read this, Tracy. The group is to serve chronically ill children, nursing home patients, homeless, and children. There's a massive need. Veterans also. And Tracy, what state are you in, dear? Not that it matters. I'm just curious. You know, just curious. 22. The blankets are 40 by 40. Okay. You know what? I might have a half done granny square blanket here for a child. Let me see. I just had part of it. Where is it? I'm going to show you. It looks like this. I did it with that Red Heart. Oh, one of the retro stripes. That's what it is. Let me turn this off. There, that's a more accurate picture of it. And I was gonna do this one for Boggy Creek, and then they got so many blankets. I was like, nope, nope, I'm not doing it for Boggy Creek. So you know what? I've got all the squares. They're partly put together, and I could send this. Now, would I send it to you, or is there a central place? You know what, Steve? I haven't given the cat a name yet, but but my son really liked your suggestion, and we're leaning towards Cleo. So I'll let you know once, because sometimes you got to get to know a cat or any animal that you want to name. But we really like that, and we are very much trying it on. I love the bright colors too, Tracy. I thought they were great. In fact, that's one of the reasons that I picked that color is because I really, really liked the bright colors. I'm gonna, yeah, keep using this tray. This is not my favorite tray to use. I have a gray one that I got in a kit from, I think I got it at Michael's from the Make Market, and I really, that is my favorite tray. It's about this size, but it's not so bulky, and I feel like the drills really perform a little better in that tray. This is a tray from the Diamond Art Club, and honestly, I don't care for their pens very much either. But I do like this one painting that I got from the Diamond Art Club, and as soon as I'm finished with this one, I'm gonna unveil that painting, do like a little reveal, and then I'll start on it probably the day after I do that. Let's see. Okay, I was thinking, am I sure hoping I've got the right letter here or the right symbol? Y'all, you can send to me and I'll box it in with the rest. I've got a group of kindergarten and preschool age kids in Michigan needing hats and scarves. There's 26 of them. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I will do some. And if you want to email me the address, it's Gulf Coast Granny at Gmail. And we can, you can send address to me if you want to, or I could go to your group page. Is it a Facebook group, or it might be easier just to email me because I really don't do a lot of social media except for YouTube, and I might forget. And that's just who I am, honey. I'm sorry. I got a lot of stuff going on here, and my memory is not what it used to be. However, I got some really cool news today. My daughter, who went from trying to major in microbiology to majoring in music, and you're thinking, wow, that's a jump. But for anybody who knows us and has been around for a while, y'all know that music was what she did in high school, and it's like her first love, right? And I don't even know why she tried getting a science degree when she was meant to do music. It's just part of who she is. Anyway, let me get past that. So I found out today that on the 23rd of October, she gets to do a solo in a choir group that she's in. And y'all ain't gonna believe what she's singing. Now, this is a some kind of tribute to country music, and poor little girl does not. She's not real familiar with country music. She's never really listened to it very much. But she's gonna be singing Delta Dawn. Remember that old Tanya Tucker song? And I can't wait to see her do it. I just can't wait. She was practicing this evening, and I was trying to give her some pointers because you don't want a song to sound the same as the original artist. You want to make it yours a little bit. Just make it your own while still staying true to the tribute part of it as well. So I have a little bit of a musical background myself, so I've been trying to help her. In fact, she told her teacher the other day that she asked all the kids, where they practice, and everybody was saying they don't really get to practice very much because they're, embarrassed to sing in front of people, et cetera, et cetera. Violet said, I practice at home with my mom. And they're like, wow, aren't you afraid? She said, no, she's been teaching me my whole life. She's taught me everything I know. So there's that. But I'm needless to say, I'm one proud mama tonight because she's got herself a little solo It's not huge, but it's a great start for her, and I'm very proud. Hey, Lori, how are you doing? It is. It's cute that she's gonna be singing that song. However, she's gonna ask her teacher tomorrow. She really likes Delta Dawn, and she really likes Tanya Tucker because she downloaded a CD, one of the old ones, and she really likes that song, "What's Your Mama's Name?" And she's gonna ask her teacher tomorrow, can she sing that one instead? I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. But honestly, I do believe that the latter will suit her voice a little bit better than Delta Dawn, but she can do it. I know she can do it. What's you is 17. Lori, how have you been, my dear? I haven't seen you in a bit. I've been popping into your videos when you post them, but sometimes I'm so preoccupied that I don't comment, and I'm sorry for that, but I do watch. I do watch. Is that R? Oh Lord, what have I done? 17 is you. Okay. Maybe I should take that off there so y'all can actually see the picture. Can y'all hear me okay? Is my volume okay and all that stuff? I know I'm a little late in asking, but I just want to be sure that it's not, you know, the audio's not bad because I can fix it if it is somehow. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Y'all, me and Mona have been walking so much. I have lost almost 8 pounds already, and I cannot believe it. Of course, I have changed the way I'm eating, just but not drastically. I've cut back on the sugar and snacking, and I get really hungry at night. I don't know why I do that, but I do. And I've been trying super hard not to eat after 8 o'clock. And it's working for me. I mean, I don't have a lot to lose, but I sure would like to lose 15 or maybe even 20 pounds. Well, hello there, Clint. How are you this evening? Vintage Halloween Crafts by Clint. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Let me see here. Oh, I can't. Arg. No, no, no. I'm not doing that. Let's see. Um, you have a nighttime appetite too. I don't know what it is about nighttime, but it seems like as soon as it gets dark, it's time to eat. And I just can't, I shouldn't be doing that. Us ladies of a certain age, we would do well not to eat too late at night. Let's just put it that way. And even Poppy, if he eats too late at night, he'll wake up in the middle of the night and feel like his throat's burning off. And so I don't know what it is about old age that does that to you, but it does. Okay, so Jen. Jen, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what I'm thanking you for, except for some of your people are in my chat, which is cool. Look, I'm trying really hard to come on YouTube a little more often. I know I need to upload some videos, but for right now, this is what I can do. And I want to try to do a little more of this, and I'm not trying to take up everybody's whole day, but I figure maybe an hour, hour and a half now and then, in addition to the live streams that I already do, then it might work. I've gotten fluffy after menopause, so I get it. Yes. Yes, exactly. Miss Peachnut, hi there. She says, "Well, you can eat late. You just have to stay up later." Now, Miss Peachnut, I would expect that. I certainly would. Yes, because you don't have to edit, so it's easier for you right now. That's exactly right, Jen. That's exactly right. Editing is probably the worst part for me of having a YouTube channel. I do not like to do it. It is the bane of my existence. And it's not that I don't know how, it's just I don't like doing it. And you're right, it's so much easier to do a live stream. Of course, long form videos that's where the cash is at. That is where that's where the money's at. But I'm not doing this for that reason. I'm doing it because I'm trying to create a community, and I really like having folks to chat with in the middle of the night like I am now. Actually, I have been going to bed a little earlier. I haven't had near as much insomnia as I have in the past, which is nice. It's really nice being able to sleep well. I think a lot of it though has to do with the fact that me and Mona are getting up at 7:30 in the morning and um walking for an hour and a half every day. Oh yeah, sorry, I pressed the wrong button earlier. I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it, Jen. Don't worry. We'll get together on that, okay?" Charlotte, I'll email you. I gotta run. Okay, make sure you do, Tracy, and I will send off a whole bunch of whatever I can. Is there a deadline? Just tell me real quick. Is there a deadline? Um, Hang on, I gotta back up a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Clint subscribed to Miss Peachnut. Clint, are you a gardener as well? Because Miss Peachnut can teach you how if you don't know how. She's a very good teacher, and she starts off very easy, and she'll have you growing fruit trees. She'll have a whole stinking, what do you call it? Thank you, Tracy. You have a good evening. And thank you for joining us tonight. What I was going to say is she will have an entire food forest in your backyard, side yard, deck, patio. It don't matter. She'll have you growing. I keep saying that I'm going to start back doing lives on YouTube, but I've got to get a refresher course first. Well, Miss Peachnut, you do a fine job. What kind of refresher do you need? Okay, number 12. Uh-oh. I might have just, no, that's good. No, just a crafter, but I'd love to garden. Well, you go check out Miss Peachnut. I promise you. She makes it so simple. She grows with grow bags on her back deck. She has two gardens, a big one in the ground. Well, mostly in the ground. Well, anyhow, she's got trees in grow bags. She uses 30-gallon grow bags, stuffs them full of soil, and grows the most amazing vegetables. You would not believe it. And she keeps us updated on all of the recalls, and one of the things that she believes in is growing your own food so that these fools growing our food for us do not poison us and kill us. So, is that about right, Miss Peachnut? I think it is. She might not say that in her own words, but I bet you that's what she's thinking. Now, if you go to her channel, be careful now. She's real dangerous. She has this extension cord, and she'll get after you with it if you get out of line. I'm messing with you, Miss Peachnut. She said, yes, ma'am. She has a really fun channel and she goes live on Tuesday nights at I think it's 10 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Miss Peachnut, please verify if that's correct or not. I believe it is, but I don't want to, speak out of turn. Wait a minute. Is that a D? Please be a D. It is. Thank you, Lord. Because I didn't want to have to take all of these off. I wouldn't know where I put them in the first place. I'd have to take them all off. On the pumpkin, anyway. 10 p.m. Eastern. That's right. Okay. Yep. Jen said, you don't want to cross that line. Before you know it, she'll have you picking out your own switch. She sure will. She sure will. But that's why we love her. She keeps us all straight. Oof. Here we go. There we go. I'm a little bit slower at this. I feel like I've kind of lost my mojo because I'm not nearly as fast as I was. And y'all, I do not care for the multiplacers. It's so much easier for me just to grab one and stick it where it goes. And everybody said, oh, but you can do it so much faster if you have a multiplacer. And I tried and I tried and I tried. And I said, nope, I'm going back to single placing because that's what I'm comfortable with. And I don't care how fast or how slow I do it. I don't need to do 20 of these things a week. And I can usually get one a week done. Usually. Unless it's, one of those great big ones. Do y'all remember the map that I did? Y'all, I did a world map. Hey, Tom, how are you? Just passing through. Well, thank you. What'd you cook tonight, Tom? I saw your eggplant dish with the cheese and all. It looked delicious. For anybody who is interested, Tom is actually a chef, a retired chef, and he does the keto lifestyle, and does it very simply. He doesn't do all the packaged stuff and all of that. He just eats real food and knows the heck how to cook it. I promise you that. So go and check his channel out if you want to know how to cook like that, because he's really good at it. Okay, that's number 12. I'm going to put these away. Oh, fiddlesticks. What am I doing here? You are not very old. You're not very old, mister. Of course, I say the same thing about me, too, but I'm not really that old. And what is old anyway? I mean, seriously. My dad's 77 and fell out of a tree a couple of years ago and brags about it almost every time I talk to him on the phone. Yeah, I'm pretty fit for an old guy. Fell out of a tree with a chainsaw in his hand and survived. Jeez. I told him, I said, Dad, it's probably not a good idea for you to be up in the trees with a chainsaw. Mm. Let's see. What am I doing next? Let's do the H's. What color is that? Oh, that's a nice color. We're going to do some mustardy, butternut squashy color. See there, I'm tying in the garden into the crafting. I haven't really worked in my garden at all. I've got some things in my greenhouse that are trying to turn into plants big enough to put out in the garden. I figure another week or so and they'll be ready to transplant. But honestly, I haven't done anything. I think I've let my okra pretty much go to seed. And now my peppers are still doing really well. And I'm saving a whole bunch of them to send to Tom so he can make something really good. I'm checking both Tom and Clint out. My honey fried our eggplant last night for the first time. It's a work in progress. It can be. It can be, Miss Peachnut. It's That's a dish that can either be an acquired taste, especially to us Southern folks. You either love it or you hate it at first. But I'll tell you, I really like it roasted, and I really like it in baba ganoush, which is kind of like a Mediterranean hummus made with eggplant and that sesame butter type stuff. It's kind of like peanut butter, only it's made from sesame seed. And then you put olive oil and some seasonings in it. It's really good. Super good. Eat it with pita bread or vegetables and use it kind of like a dip. It's very delicious. Um, but those are about the only two ways I really like eggplant because I am not a huge fan of food that gets mushy. Even yellow squash, I've got to slice it super, super thin and then deep fry it with some cornmeal, and then I can eat it. And it actually, it tastes good to me like that. Oh, Tom, you've never met Miss Peachnut? Oh, Lord, you are missing the treat of the century. You have got to come to one of her live streams on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock. Actually, your time, it would be 8 o'clock. Aren't you an hour? What? Oh, that's right. Tom knows how to do eggplant fries. Didn't you do one of those on your videos? I mean, didn't you do one of your videos on eggplant fries? I think you did. They look delicious too. Now, Tom did his, I believe, in the air fryer, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. That might have been somebody else. Sorry, Tom. Hey, Tina, how are you doing this evening? Thanks so much for being here. I'm just chatting with these folks about food. Leave it to me. Try to distract myself from being hungry with diamond painting, and then I come in here and I talk about food for an hour. But I got Tom and I've got Miss Peachnut in here. Miss Peachnut grows it, and Tom cooks it, so I can't hardly escape it, can I? It's all right. I grow it too. You're heading to her channel. Uh, we have a lot of fun over there, Tom. A lot of fun, and learn a lot about gardening. Okay, let's see. Where am I? Anytime we have questions, we ask each other over there, and it's just a community of people who love to garden. And is that H? Yes, it is. Okay. Um, And you know, Miss Peachnut's kind of the ringleader, but we all help each other and answer questions for each other. You know, because we all live in different grow zones, and what's good for one grow zone might not be great for another. But I highly recommend it. I highly recommend her channel. Let's see. Where's the H's? There they are. There they are. And Jen, I didn't talk about your channel yet, did I? Jen's channel is a crafting channel. And she also does taste tests on different types of food. Y'all, one time she had these ranch pickles. Lord have mercy, I thought she was going to throw up right on the screen. She did not like those, and she did not have a hard time hiding it at all. And she said, "No, nope, nope." And she went to gagging. You're welcome, Miss Peachnut. So if you're interested in watching a taste test like that, go head on over to Hanging Out with Jen, because she'll have you in stitch. Hey, Songbird, go back in the other part of. Oh Lord, here she comes, y'all. She.
Why are you laughing?
Because I'm on a live stream and you're in here opera singing.
Oh, maybe.
Really loud too, in fact.
I don't think I know before.
I know. I know. You'll learn. Okay, that's enough. Sing Disney. You're good at that. But no, don't do that because I'll get a copyright strike. You can't sing nothing except maybe the national anthem. I don't think the national anthem is copyrighted. It's all of us. That song belongs to all of us, doesn't it? It doesn't? Well, it should. If it's the national anthem, it should not be a copyrighted song because it belongs to the whole country.
No, it is not.
Does not what?
The U.S. national anthem is the public domain.
Okay, public domain. There you go. Okay, now you need to go on and go to bed because you got school in the morning. Okay. Y'all, she's 20. She knows when to go to bed, but still. Okay. I think that's all the H's. No, it's not. I found one right there.
1928 and earlier is public domain.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting to know. 1928 and earlier is all the public domain. Thank you so much. I'm headed your way as well. Oh, she's headed over to Tom's channel, learn how to cook that eggplant. Okay, that's not the right key. Nope. Go, 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 go. No, it's not. Okay, maybe. From Glen to Glen. Nope, you're off key. Goodbye. Goodbye. Go away, my dear. I'm trying to do business over here. I am. I'm just jealous, y'all. Is that what it is? Oh, here she goes. Okay, is that a V? Did I do V's? 13. No, I did 17, which is U's. Okay, let's find the U's. Here they are up here. Okay. Get that knocked out. Y'all, she drives me crazy with that mess. Every time I get on a live stream, she wants to start singing. Of course, she's been in her room doing it since she got home from school. Granny, I'm getting back to editing. Everyone have a great night. Thank you so much, Tom, for coming in. And I appreciate you. And I will see you probably Saturday night. Actually, I'm not sure if I will or not. We have a competition Saturday night, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do my live stream. So I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll just have to see. I'm going to have to communicate with Grumpus and see if he will be able to take over for me if I can't. Okay, there's the user done. I'm going to go back here to the 3s and the 4s because I know that I missed a few of those. There's a 3 and a 4. Four. Now I'm going to do some V's. And that is number 13. Let's knock out a bunch of those. This is such a pretty color, and I know y'all probably can't tell because of the lighting, but it's red. It's a really deep blood red color, and I think it's just beautiful. Let me get there. So this is the V's. Well, that was a little crooked, and that's okay. You know, I'm really enjoying this particular diamond painting. It's got a little bit of confetti. Oh, Miss Peachnut, thank you so much for subscribing to Tom's channel. I'm going to be in so much trouble on your channel, Tom. I don't think you will, Miss Peachnut, because everything he cooks is very healthy and very simple, basic food. There's no packaged ingredients, unless you want to call olive oil packaged or butter, but they're all clean ingredients. And his wife is a taste tester, and Marie is Precious. That's her name. His wife's name's Marie. And she kind of helps him in the kitchen now and then. But you never see her face usually when she's helping in the kitchen, just her hands. I think Tom hides her away a little bit. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Let's see. There's some more beads. Yeah, Saturday's going to be a really long day. That competition usually lasts from about 9 in the morning till sometimes 12:30, 1 o'clock the next morning. It just depends on when they have retreat. And retreat means basically the retreat part is where they line up to get their awards and to find out how well or they did or did not do. And of course, retreat is the last thing that happens at the end of the evening. Sometimes it can take a long time because there's a lot of bands. Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't. This year, well, last year, I know for a fact there were about 15 to 20 bands, and it was a lot of fun. And I'll try to do a little bit of filming. Um, I can definitely make some shorts videos, uh, but the music that they play in these bands sometimes is copyrighted music. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's written just for the band for that performance. And even though it might be copyrighted, ethically, it's not copyrighted legally. So we have writers for our band, but sometimes they do use copyrighted music that they have to get permission to use. And when that happens, like last year, they played Shine Bright Like a Diamond, and there's no way I was putting that on my channel because who sang that song? Was it Beyonce? Hey Chris, how are you doing? Um, I think it was Beyonce. It might have been another lady, but still, they'd have come after me. I don't need that hassle in my life. But I know I can do it on a shorts video. So that's what I'll do. Is take a few shorts videos while I'm there. And y'all can see a little bit about what a band competition looks like. I've got a few of them on my channel, from past competitions, but I haven't done any in the recent past. The last one I posted was probably 2 years ago. Ah, there. I've actually got some footage from the band practicing the other day before a game, just doing the national anthem. But boy, they sure sounded big and bold and beautiful. Just subscribe to the Sunday Dinner Chef channel. Okay, great. Great. Now, he also does a podcast on his Tom Garvey the Keto Cook channel, and it's a pretty good podcast too, where he's just talking about food, and he also talks about recalls Miss Peachnut and what's going on with the food and the prices and all of that stuff too. And he talks about a lot of that on his podcast. But he films the podcast so that you can watch it on YouTube as well. Here we go. I'm gonna be done with this like in the next couple of days, I think. Cause y'all, this is like my second day of doing this, and I'm already this far. Can you believe it? It's like 1/3 of the way almost, except for a few little patches here and there. That's exciting. Hey, Jane Doe, how are you doing? Yes, Miss Peachnut. They are the same person. He has he has those 2 channels and a few other ones, and goodness knows I do not know the names of the other ones. I can't keep up. Um, I think one of them is, I don't know the order of these words, but it's something like fire, cook, eat, repeat, um, something like that. But these 2 that you, subscribe to are the 2 main channels um, that he works on. Oh, another one's called, Seniors Seniors Food and Life, and that's Marie's on that channel a lot, his wife, and she is just a precious little Italian lady. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Okay. There's another bee. Y'all, I'm having to pay close attention because it's starting to have a little bit of confetti in this, and I don't want to miss a lot and have to go back and redo. So we had a storm today, which is nice because we haven't had a lot of rain and we needed it terribly bad. And are you trying to make us raid the kitchen again? I might be, Chris, because Lord knows I'm starving and I'm not going to eat anything. I'm just trying to distract myself from being hungry with diamond painting. In the meanwhile, I'm still talking about food nonstop, right? But as I said earlier, a lot of the channels I watch are food channels, and a lot of them are gardening channels, which pertain to food. So those are my people. They're my people. Okay, that was number 13, right? Yes. So the next one is going to be, I believe, number 9, because I got a lot of 9s down here and a few up here. Charlotte, are you wanting Tom's channels? No, it's okay, Jane. We got the 2 that he uses the most, and if she wants any more, I'll get them to her. Did I say what number? Yeah, that's number 9. Okay. I mean, if you feel like it, you can drop them if you want to. It's not going to hurt my feelings a bit. But if you don't want to, it's okay too. Okay, who like to use these little cheapo pens. Have y'all noticed that when you squish it down like this, some of it backs up into the cylinder there? Some do and some don't, but it feels like I am wasting a lot of my product with it going through the center of the cylinder. It's a little aggravating. And it seems like I run out faster when that does happen. So that's kind of annoying. I would like to get a new diamond painting pen that is kind of like a regular pen without I like this small tip. on it, and I like the small diameter of it. I have one of those really fat ones that's really pretty with the resin or whatever, and it's beautiful, but for me, it just doesn't work as well as these little ones. So this is what I use, but I would love to find one that was a little sturdier and where the wax didn't go up into the cylinder like it does, because it's really hit or miss with these. Jen, do you know of any like that if you're still here? Because I know you are a diamond painting woman. Who else in here diamond paints? Jane Doe, do you diamond paint? And also, Jane Doe, I'm just curious if you're working on any crochet projects lately. Uh, you missed what I said. I asked if, okay, I'm looking for a diamond painting pen like these that's sturdier, not these cheapos, with the small tip and about the same diameter, maybe a little tiny bit bigger, like a regular pen. And this, the wax keeps going straight through the cylinder. And almost every other one that I use, it does that. And I don't like that because I feel like I'm wasting wax and it doesn't last as long. So I'm looking for a new pen, but I don't like those big fat pens that everybody uses. I like the thinner ones, and I need to find what I'm looking for. Okay, those are P's. No more nines there. See, I knew I was going to miss a B. Look at that. Nines. P's. 9. There's one. And there's one. There's one. Let's see. Ah, okay, P's are next because there's a lot of those. And that is going to be a um, kind of a pumpkiny orange color. Imagine that. 14. It's a really dark pumpkiny orange. That's going to happen with all pens. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. 'Cause I don't like it. P. Mm-mm-mm. Hang on one second, guys. I got to holler at my young Okay. My son is trying to introduce the new kitten to the grumpiest cat we've got in the entire house, who doesn't like any other cats. And I don't think that that's a good idea. And Violet didn't think it was either, and she started hollering at him, so I had to holler at them to be quiet and for him to behave and not do that to the little kitty. You know, he's 16 years old. You would think he'd know better. Okay, Mama's cooking with gas now. Oops. E- There it is. And I missed a 9. Aha. Shh. Um, I haven't started my diamond painting yet. Was trying to get it flat before starting. You know what? I had the hardest time with this one, and it's still not completely flat, but I'm gonna take it to Hobby Lobby and have them mount it onto a flat board, and I think that that will help flatten it out the rest of the way. I ironed it and everything, and it was having a hard time wanting to be flat. Y'all, is this cellophane crinkling too loud for y'all? If it is, I'll just flip it around and do it the other way. I just wanted y'all to be able to see it upright instead of have it turned the wrong way. I just made a slouchy hat and finishing a scarf that I'd been working on. I'm looking at patterns for my next project. Oh, Jane Doe, that sounds like fun. I'm gonna help Tracy make some hats and scarves for her pet project. Um, it's for critically ill children and veterans and homeless folks, and apparently there's a huge need. And so I thought I'd send her some. I've got like 20 hats I can send her. Um, let's see, S15 that I've already done, you know, just add a few to it and then make scarves to go with it. I do think she said that there was a specific project right now for children. What am I doing? S15. Okay. Um, hats and scarves for children. That was the main one that she was discussing with us tonight. But I'm sure she could use anything. They do 40 by 40 blankets, and they do hats, scarves, probably mittens, anything to keep folks warm, I'm sure. I'm not quite sure why the blankets need to be 40 by 40, but I get it. You know, you can only, maybe it's for the children. I don't know. Maybe it's for lack of space. I'll have to ask about that. I'm curious now. S's. Done with the S's. At least over there. Oh, I missed some P's over here. Oh, well, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Let's see. Yes. I received some beautiful yarn and I'm having so much fun looking at patterns. You know what? I love looking at patterns. Absolutely. That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm not crocheting is just looking at patterns and trying to decide what to make. And if I can, accomplish X, Y, Z, because you got to get a pattern that you know that you can do well, one that makes sense to you. A lot of patterns today are written in a way that, well, I'm not trying to bash any pattern writers because they do it their way, but it's just not what I'm used to. And that's okay. Let's see. Gosh, I got more of this to do than I thought. Um, oh, come on now. There. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to call it a night because it is what, 11:42 and I turned into a pumpkin at midnight. Because if I don't go to bed at midnight, Mona's going to call me at 7 o'clock in the morning and say, "Get up, it's time to go walking." And I'm going to be dragging my behind with no coffee. So thank you all so much for being here. I will work on some of this later and we'll see where I am when I come back. Okay. Y'all take care and have a great evening. I'll see you again real soon. All right.